Stephanie is pointing at Caitlin. She's looking right at her, so she has to be talking about her. And if you look at her mouth, like she says defense, right? And Caitlin Clark, she looked like she's saying, I'm putting my hand up, and they're still calling the foul. That's what it looked like. Stephanie White didn't like that. She pointed at Raven and said, hey, man, you get in here. Dang. All right? And you can see Caitlin shaking her head like, nah, this is crazy, right?
Something happened on that sideline on May 30th in Mia Mamma Mia, and the moment it hit the internet, the entire WNBA world stopped what it was doing and stared at a camera caught Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White locked in. A heated exchange during a timeout, the kind of moment most broadcast teams quietly cut away from and pretend they did not see. Only this time,
He looked away.
Problem is, Joe, this is not isolated. It's every night. She doesn't play defense. And she got some. Why are you trying to draw up a play offensively? Guard your man defensively.
Shannon, you done fell into the narrative, man. You done fell into the narrative. Y'all, please go back and look at the breakdowns. Look at the breakdowns, man. If you're new, check out the breakdowns on the channel. I'm literally showing y'all exactly what's going on with Caitlin Clark when it comes to defense. Is she the best defender? No, I don't think that. I don't think she's the best defender in the world. I don't think any of that. But she's not a slouch, all right?
because the narrative machine picked it up immediately. Every pundit, every blogger, every hot take artist who has spent the better part of 2 seasons looking for a reason to question Caitlin Clark's character or her relationship with her coaching staff suddenly had exactly what they thought they needed. A confrontation, a benching, a moment of visible frustration from the face of the entire league. And they ran with it. Rate SDE, rate rain, rap fast, loudly, and with very little interest in what actually happened. But here's the thing about narratives. They have a way of collapsing when the actual audio gets
out.
First of all, 2 people being competitive, 2 people that really want to win. And, I think a lot of those things happen all the time. And I know there's a camera on me and that's how it's going to be. But there's a lot of people out there in the media or on TV that they think they know a lot of things and they're just blatantly wrong about a lot of things. And I ride for Steph. I ride for these girls. Steph has my back more than anybody. So, nobody in that locker room, in our locker room, or Steph or our coaching staff thought twice about it. It's just another example of what everybody, all of you, want to blow up and make something that is just lost and not in reality.
Let's start at the beginning because context is everything here and the people pushing the loudest version of this story have made a career out of skipping it entirely. The incident took place at the 826 mark of the second quarter during Indiana's 100-84 loss to the Portland Fire. The Fever were down by 18 points. Momentum had completely abandoned them. The crowd in Portland was loud. The defense was getting carved apart, and on the bench emotions completely understandably were running.
High.
The relationship between you two. By the way, Caitlin, I'm fully on Stephanie's side. Fully on Stephanie's side, Caitlin, just so you know. I'm always on Stephanie's side. Whatever you did, wrong. You should have been taken out at 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. You should have sat there and be quiet. I'm always on Stephanie's side. Why do you think we took Raven Johnson in the first round? Because I don't want you here.
During the timeout, White and Clark were seen exchanging heated words, with Clark raising her arms in visible frustration. Then White gestured toward Raven Johnson. Clark was pulled from the bench, and from the outside looking in with no audio, no context, and no understanding of what was actually being said, it looked exactly like the kind of things certain people in the media have been waiting 2 years to weaponize. Now watch that again, this time without the noise of the panic around it. Clark is not backing down, her hands are up. She is responding, she is clearly saying something back. White is not screaming, she is not pointing a finger in Clark's face. She is coaching intensely, directly, the way coaches do when the game is slipping away, and every second of a timeout matters. Then White gestures toward Raven Johnson. Not as punishment, not as a statement, not as a message to Clark that she has been replaced or that a rookie is now preferred over the face of the franchise. She is making a substitution decision during a game her team is losing badly. That is called coaching.
It's frustration, and unfortunately, it's boiling over, and it's being seen. It's one thing to have it behind closed doors, but when it spills over, and when the coach has to basically say, "Hey, you know what, Caitlin? Enough is enough. This is too disruptive. In and out. Take a seat." What do you think?
I agree.
You
But
knew
Steph
the
got
line,
mad.
but you
Yeah,
knew
Steph-
you knew the line when it becomes disruptive, and then when you and that's when even Kelsey Mitchell kind of chimed in and said, like, you need to go stand over here
sure.
and let us just regain the calm in our huddle. When it becomes that disruptive to the entire team, somebody has to step in.
When you slow it down and add a suspenseful music bed, it looks completely ordinary when you understand what a basketball timeout actually looks like from the
far.
Y'all know me. I've been on Caitlin and been in Caitlin Clark's corner. But enough is enough now. I'm tired of her behavior. I'm tired of the shoving. I'm tired of the elitist. I'm tired of the entitlement. Enough is enough. Play basketball.
Yeah.
She's not holding up her end. And I love Stephanie White for this. It was a very similar situation where LeBron was trying to draw up something when Ty Lue first got the job. And Ty Lue said, "I got this."
Right.
I don't know what clip Shannon Sharp is talking about.
And that right there is the problem. The WNBA media, a segment of it specifically, has developed what can only be described as a compulsive habit when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Every stumble becomes a collapse. Every loss becomes a crisis of identity. Every heated on-bench moment becomes proof of something dark brewing. Beneath the surface of the Indiana Fever's locker room, IT has been happening all season. IT was happening before the season even started, and each time the evidence contradicts the framing, teammates push back on the narrative. Or the locker room chemistry reveals itself to be fine. They simply move on to the next angle and start again. It is exhausting to watch, and frankly, it has gone too far.
Steph has my back more than anybody, so, nobody in that locker room, in our locker room, or Steph or our coaching staff thought twice about it. It's just another example of what everybody, all of you, want to blow up and make something that is just lost and not in reality.
Now, how would you describe your relationship with Steph?
It's great. Like, there's nobody, like, when I got hurt at the Connecticut game last year, like, I bawled in Steph's arms. Like, that's somebody I will ride for the rest of my life. Like, those are the moments that people behind, people don't see that. People that just sit on their phones all day, they don't see those moments. They don't see the moments where we come into work. They don't see the moments that really absolutely suck, that people have your back, but they think they know everything. In reality, they don't have a clue.
Now let us talk about
Fans have been asking this question out loud for a while. Now, did I ask any athlete in American professional sports more scrutinized than Caitlin Clark? And it is a genuinely fair question. Think about what this woman has done since arriving in the WNBA. She filled arenas that previously saw crowds half their size. She drove television ratings to records this league had never come close to. She did all of that while performing, adjusting, growing, and carrying the weight of every expectation anyone had placed on her shoulders. And still, there is a segment of the media ecosystem that approaches every development in her professional life as an opportunity to find the crack, the flaw, the moment that proves she is not quite what everyone thinks she is. The scrutiny is not balanced, that IT is not objective, and this sideline incident is the clearest example yet of that approach being pushed to an extreme that simply cannot.
Drew.
It is I was challenging a player. It's coaching. It's what it is. I don't often think it becomes an issue if you're watching it in men's sports most of the time. And my relationship with Caitlin is great. Like, I love Caitlin. I ride with her. Like, we have a great relationship. And I think that the narrative of people trying to make it something that it's not is just, taking sensationalism to try to get some clicks and all the other stuff. She wants to be coached. I want her to help me be a better coach. We're both competitive. We're both stubborn. We're more alike than different. And hopefully we continue to bring the best out of each other.
You've been at this for about 10 years.